black, but comely, and the word is and. So Solomon said that he looked like the tips of the dog. K-E-D-A-R. K-E-D-A-R. Dark-skinned. Dark-skinned. I am dark-skinned like the tips of the dog. That's what Solomon said.
A study of King Solomon. All right, but before we get into King Solomon, the wisest king of Israel, we're going to get into that which we know so well, the crazy Negro. We're going to touch on him just for a moment. And I want to open up with Deuteronomy 28. This week has been a week of nothing but insane Negroes throughout the news. Every channel I turned on, there was a crazy black man or a crazy black woman doing something stupid. So what is going on with us? All right, let's go. Let's begin. I want to start with the black woman first. Find me the black woman. Not there. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's it. The black woman. Now, the black woman here, they said she suffered from postpartum depression. I've met a lot of women who suffer from postpartum depression, none of which drove 300 miles to the White House to have a conversation with the president. A conversation. So let's just take a look at the video. A vehicular conversation. Now I believe there's more behind this story, but we're gonna find out. They're gonna keep that thing secret anyway.
First at 11, defending the woman who led police on the frightening chase on Capitol Hill. New tonight, Miriam Carey's sisters speak publicly and say they are heartbroken and outraged over her death. All of this comes as Carey's friends say she appeared to be fine just days ago. ABC 7 has complete coverage of the deadly Capitol Hill shooting. Richard Reeve is live near one of the scenes of the shootings with more on what happened before Carey hit the breaking point. Richard.
Well, Candace, the family of Marion Carey is in a state of disbelief. They say they knew she had mental issues, but they say she was getting better. In fact, she was getting off her meds. It was a violent, chaotic scene, at least 12 gunshots.
There was definitely a sense of fear because it was unknown.
Now left behind, a damaged pop-up street barrier, some skid marks.
It's sad. I feel awful for the little girl.
And questions about Miriam Carey, the young, troubled mother who led police on a high-speed chase with her one-year-old daughter in her car before she was shot dead by authorities.
My sister did experience postpartum depression with psychosis.
Carey's mother says her 34-year-old daughter had no history of violence, but was depressed and hospitalized after she had her baby.
Wonderful life. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Last December, Carey's then-boyfriend, the father of her daughter Erica, told Stamford, Connecticut police he was afraid for the baby's safety.
Well, all right. That was just a brief. Now, if any of you know anything about security, the White House, the President of the United States, supposedly has the best security in the world. You do not drive, you cannot, you will not drive up there and just bum rush yourself through the barricades, which is what allegedly she attempted to do. They filled her with hot brass, and there was a little baby in the back seat. Now they're saying, could there have been another way to, what's the word, to subdue her? She was in a vehicle, a 3,000-pound vehicle, by the way. Yes. Hot brass means bullets? Yes, hot brass means bullets. What was I going to say? The first thing they think of when you got somebody trying to bum rush barricades is what? Terrorism. You don't know what's in the trunk. That's the first thought that goes through everyone's mind. So now the family's upset. Why couldn't somebody talk her down? Hello? Talk her, she's in a car. See, I'm all for being pro-black and all that, but I'm not for being pro-stupid. Don't do stupid things. And then now they said she was depressed. I get depressed. I don't get in a car and drive 300 or whatever miles to the White House to bum rush barricades. So what's wrong with some of these crazy women? They crazy. Let's go to the next one, Abiel. Let's get to the crazy black man now.
What looked like a routine traffic stop certainly wasn't. Watch what unfolds here in Oregon.
Please sit back in the car for me. You're speeding, but right now I need you to... Sir, get back in the car for me now. Sir, please get back in the car for me now. I told you you were speeding. Sir! 5326, shots fired! Shots fired! 5326, shots fired!
So that's an Oregon state trooper pulled that man over for speeding. That man apparently had other ideas, clearly. Shooting at the officer, speeds away. He's got 3 kids in the car with him. The officer was shot in the chest and wounded. The officer's okay, but the shooter, the car, was found a half-mile down the road. He was found dead at the wheel from gunshot wounds from the state trooper. 3 kids in the car, state of Oregon.
Well, alrighty then. Now, both the cop and him shot each other center mass in the chest, but the cop had on the vest. The guy did not, so he died a mile later. Brothers, don't do nothing crazy like that. If you get pulled over, you get pulled over. If you get a ticket, you get a ticket. Just pay the ticket. Don't do nothing crazy like that. Yeah, y'all need to watch Chris Rock. What to do when the cops pull you over. Now, some of you depressed brothers and sisters decide you like to smoke weed and or pop this new drug called Molly. Now, Molly's just a new name, I think, remind me of ecstasy. But for you depressed brothers and or sisters who decide you want to use a substance, a chemical hallucinatory substance to help your mode of depression, let's just take a look at this. He just popped a pill called Molly. Used to be called E.
Yo, that's crazy, yo.
Now, this is a similar effect for those of you that like to smoke weed, and your weed has been touched with laced with formaldehyde or PCP or some type of wet roach spray. Keep on, come on, play.
He must have a Molly. There's a pill called Molly's that had people acting like that. Cause at one time they showed a guy, he was in front of the septic bus, it was on the news, he was naked. That'd be that pill. Yeah, he caught a bad batch. That's what it was. Yo, that nigga, he probably on a Molly, yo. Molly's, yo, that's what they be doing to motherfuckers, yo. All you gotta do is look on the internet. They show all that shit. That's how they be acting, yo. I'll try to tell you, that's what it is, yo. It's a Molly, yo. Yeah, that's how, yo. That's how Molly's acting. Yo, some people can take it, some people can't take it. Just like with that wet. ambulance right there. They could, damn.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
No, that's not no wet. If he had, no, I'm gonna tell you this though, Pop. If he was smoking wet, he'd have took off his clothes off. That's what wet.
Now, eventually the ambulance does show up. Y'all, so you gonna say something?
I said, yeah, they bring them right to me. That's what I deal with this kind of foolishness. But that you see, what those drugs are really something. He probably thought he was standing up the whole while.
Yep.
In his mind, he was probably thinking that he was walking down the street normal.
Right.
Meanwhile, his body's doing all that foolishness.
You know what those drugs do? Those drugs delve into witchcraft because it opens up a spiritual plane and demons enter into you. That's what all that you're seeing. That is what happens. Demon possession. No one can hear you, Lava.
Yeah, there used to be, when I was in the words of brother, I know he's what is that, E? He's saying that he would sit home watching TV, but he could not stop himself going up and down from the stairs. He said, I see I'm going up, but I cannot stop myself doing it. There's delusion. There's a spirit that allowed you to do that. Him, you can see that he was possessed by a demon because he keep going up like he's reaching to somebody. You understand that? He become Michael Jackson. Huh?
Get Deuteronomy 28:28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28.
This is the prophecy of what the Most High said about our people.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
The Lord what?
Shall smite thee with madness.
That's why you got the black woman driving up to the White House thinking she's going to have a conversation with the president. Oh, she also said that her house was bugged. What did she say? Who saw the news report? What did they say? Something about her house and being bugged and all that. Come on, somebody. Give me a mic.
She said her house was bugged by the president.
By the president?
She was in direct contact with him.
Right, exactly. Apari, what was you going to say?
Yeah, they were tracking her. The Barack Obama was tracking her.
Exactly.
Right.
And her boyfriend, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he file a report like a year ago?
That's correct.
Right.
Yes.
He filed a report stating that. Now her family mad, but the woman has gone mad. Read it again, Isaac.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
Now you got the next brother. Car stop. He out the car. Get back in your car. He's standing there like a tin soldier. Why you stopping? Cop said you were speeding. Get back in your car. He run towards the cop. Bam, 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 bam. Read that again, Isaac.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness.
Meaning crazy. We are crazy people. A lot of us are insane. We have lost our minds. Go ahead.
And blindness.
And blindness. Go ahead.
And astonishment of heart.
All that simply breaks down to we crazy as hell. Black people and Latin people. Now the Latin, you saw the brother on that Molly. We are crazy. Why they pop them pills? Because they going through something at home. They want to take their mind off it. So I'm going to pop a pill. Maybe it'll all go away. That's just like Xanax. What's that other pill? What is it? Zoloft. There's another one. Vicodin. There's another one. Valium. Percocet. There's one that they be stealing on the street. Oxycodone. Cotton. Whatever that thing is. Oxycodone, right, thank you. Yeah, all that pharmacies, all the controlled substance stuff. We popping these pills to escape reality. All it does is open up another doorway to insanity. And some of y'all, as quiet as it's kept, may be in here popping pills. Stop it. Some of y'all in here got a weed problem. Stop it. You're gonna get some bad weed, I'm telling you. We've seen a same brother go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, smoking some damn weed laced with PCP that he didn't know was on it. They got all of them funky names and all that. You don't know what's on that stuff. Y'all keep on experimenting. You're going to be bugged out. Now, Ecclesiastes, right after Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 3.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 3. This in evil among all things.
Read it again. Read it right.
this is an evil among all things that are done under the sun.
So Solomon says this is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, meaning on earth. Go ahead.
That there is one event unto all.
There is one event unto all, meaning what? Death. Go ahead.
Yea, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is in their heart.
And madness is in their heart, meaning craziness. Insanity is in their heart. Go ahead.
While they live, and after that they go to the dead.
And after that they go to the dead. So now, let's begin with King Solomon. Let's open up with 2 Chronicles chapter 1. 2 Chronicles chapter 1. Okay?
2 Chronicles chapter 1 and verse 1.
No, I'll start at verse 7.
Verse 7. In that night did God appear unto Solomon, and said unto him, Ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said unto God, Thou hast showed great mercy unto David my father, and hast made me to reign in his stead. Now, O Lord God, let thy promise unto David my father be established. For thou hast made me king over a people like the dust of the earth in multitude. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can judge this thy people that is so great?
Notice what he asked for. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can judge this thy people that is so great? Go ahead.
And God said to Solomon, Because this was in thine heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor.
Wait a minute. So these are three things that most Negroes pray for. Riches, what did it say? Riches, wealth, and honor. Go ahead.
Nor the life of thine enemies.
And kill. We often pray for, kill that nigga, I don't like him. These are things we pray for. And the Most High told Solomon, because you didn't ask for these things, go ahead.
Neither yet has asked long life, but has asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mayest judge my people.
Wait a minute. Who can pick up why the Most High honored Solomon's prayer? Joel, let's see if you got it.
Okay, Solomon, instead of seeking out for the lust of the flesh, Solomon asked for wisdom.
Why?
Because he wanted to judge the people righteously.
Right. That's the key. He didn't pray a selfish prayer, meaning a prayer for me. His prayer for wisdom was to benefit the whole nation. He did not give me money, give me long life, me, because that's what most of us pray for. Me. What does the black woman pray for? Give me a man. She got some money. Give me. Solomon said, no, I want wisdom, not to be exalted above anybody, but to judge the people of Israel. And the Most High said, because you asked for that thing, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you that thing. Why? Because his prayer was not a selfish prayer. It was a prayer to benefit the entire nation. And these are things we got to consider when we pray. Read again.
Verse 11. And God said to Solomon, Because this was in thine heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor, nor the life of thine enemies, neither yet has asked long life, but has asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mayest judge my people, over whom I have made thee king. Wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee.
Now watch what else.
And I will give thee riches.
He says, and I will give thee riches. Go ahead.
And wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee, neither shall there any after thee have the like.
So y'all see that? The Most High said, because you asked for wisdom to benefit the nation of Israel, not only am I going to give you that thing, I'm going to give you wealth, riches, and honor. See how the Most High get that? When we pray, we got to think about, put our mindset like that. Why am I asking for this in my prayers? What does it benefit? Does this benefit me? Or what? What am I praying for? Watch this. Go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. I'm going to show the level that the Most High blessed Solomon with. Wisdom in the Apocrypha. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. It's like when you ever sit around with brothers and sisters say, what would you do if you get $1 million? I get me 2 new cars. I get me a house. I get me some new clothes. Always something selfish. So the Most High goes, no, you ain't ready yet. Yeah. Hey, and now we always tell you, y'all suck and bear witness. Remember the Negro back at the old school hit lotto for a couple of. Can you speak on that for him? Couple of $1 million the Negro hit.
He hit the lotto, then he hit the door. Then he was gone. And he was gone for a while until the money was gone. Then it came back.
Yeah.
Broke. Ain't done a damn thing for the school or nothing.
Everybody was mad as hell. Hey, what was his name? Rock. Something like that. Anyway, everybody was mad and he crying, I'm sorry, brothers. I don't know what got over me. The Negro spirit got over you. Soon as he got broke, he came back. The hell is this? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and 17.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 17.
Now this is Solomon writing and attesting to what the Most High did for him.
For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements.
Stop right there. Now that's a level none of us can attain to. Not only did he teach Solomon, because you might say to yourself, well, I know how the world was made, Genesis 1. But look at the next part, and the operation of the elements. Solomon understood things like lightning, where it comes from, what causes it. So you listen to the white man don't understand that. Maybe it's friction in the air and this one cloud. Shut up, they don't know. They don't know. Some of y'all believe that lie. What's that lie about that demon Edomite that
Darwin?
With the kite and the key?
Oh, Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin, that damn demon. Now you know, who believes that in here? He's flying a kite and lightning hit the kite and it traveled down the string
right
to the key and he discovered electricity. Some of y'all in school believe in that crap. That's a lie.
Some of y'all believe that. Come on, tell the truth.
I bet some of y'all kids in here believe that thing right now. Who discovered electricity? What's his name again? Ben Franklin. That's a lie. There's no way lightning's going to hit a kite, travel down a string, and you're going to trap it in a key. That's some Illuminati witchcraft going on up in there. There's a parable of deep, dark sayings in that thing.
Somebody actually still believe that thing. You have to hit them with some knowledge of the elements to know that that's impossible. Electricity is not going to travel down the string. As soon as electricity that strong hit the string is going to evaporate.
Exactly. And the man holding the string.
And the man, that did not happen.
There you go right there. The demon, some of y'all believe. What's his name again? I'm sorry. Ben Franklin. Y'all know I failed science. That was not my subject. What was the name of the man that discovered electricity? That was blank on my page all the time because I couldn't remember his name. Discovered electricity.
No electrician on the face of this earth that believes that. Any person that work with electricity, they know doggone well that don't happen.
I bet some of these black and Latin people believe that thing though. Now, I'm going to show you, watch this, Revelation 13 and 2, where the white man get all that scientific understanding from. Now, this is a parable.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 2.
Wait, start at 1.
Verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea.
Now, who can tell me where John was? John the Revelator. Where was he when it says, I stood upon the sand of the sea? Where was John at? 1 hand, 2 hands, 3, 4. I need some new. Oh, Jalil, let me hear you. Where was John the Revelator?
It was on the Isle of Patmos, a prison.
He was on the island of Patmos, what?
It was a prison.
He was right. It was a salt mine, a prison. Very good, thank you. Read on, Isaac.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea.
Stop, I'm still questioning here. What color is this beast? What color is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here with the pencil in your hand. What's your name, brother? Hawashai Ba? Okay, that's Hosea. Okay. Hawashai Ba. What color is the beast?
The beast is red.
How do you know that?
Because that red serpent, that red devil.
Where would you go to prove that? What color is this beast?
In Revelation 12 and 3.
Let's get that. Revelation 12 and 3, the chapter before it.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads.
So now, how is Shy Bob? Stand back up. Why was this dragon red? That's my question. So yes, your answer was correct. The dragon is red. Why? Was it?
Represents Esau.
Okay, and if we wanted to get a precept to prove that, who's Esau?
The white man, so-called white man.
Where would we go to prove?
Genesis 25, verse 25.
Very good, because the so-called white man came out red all over like a hairy garment. So that's the proper precept. Write that down, Genesis 25:25, Revelation 12:3. Now when we go back, thank you, I shall have a seat. When we go back to Revelation 13:1 again, Isaac.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
7 heads. Who can give me the 7 heads? Write these down, the 7 heads. Uriel, he had his hand up. Uriel, let's hear you. I want them in order.
Iuic, Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germany, Russia, and Great Britain.
Very good. Very good, brother. Keep standing, keep standing. It says 7 heads and 10 horns. What are 10 horns?
The 10 horns represent the EU, or the 10 common markets.
Okay, the EU stands for?
European Union.
The European Union, or the 10 common markets. Very good. Read on.
And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
The name of blasphemy. That's where you get Christianity, democracy, republicanism. Go ahead.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
The beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. Now when you read this verse here, many of your Bibles may precept you back to Daniel 7. Okay, but it's not talking about that. All this is talking about is that this great, because it tells you the beast is what color? Red. It's telling you that this beast has attributes of those ancient kingdoms. Read again verse 2.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
Because when you read in the history, you read about Alexander the Greek was like unto a leopard. Go ahead, the Greek Empire, go ahead.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Now when you read in Daniel 7, you read about the Persian and Medes. But this beast is red. He's not Persia. He's not Media. All it's telling you is like Russia had the symbol of the bear. Okay, and America has that 2-pronged government. Okay, go ahead.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Now when you read in Daniel 7, it talks about Babylon. But this place is not that ancient Babylon. This place is a new Babylon. Like for example, England or Britain had the symbol of the lion. Go ahead.
And the dragon.
This is the part I wanted to get to. Go ahead.
And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
Now who's that dragon right there? Who is that dragon? Ezekiel. That one in the back.
The dragon is Satan.
Right. The dragon is Satan. Read that bottom precept again, Isaac. I'm going to prove that to you right now.
And the dragon gave him his power.
Notice it says, and the dragon gave him. I want you to remember that part. Gave him his power. Go ahead.
And his seat and great authority.
Now, if I need a precept to explain it, because this is a parable. Somebody go, I don't think that's what that means. Where would you go to prove that what we're saying is accurate? I need a new hand. I didn't hear Ozias yet. Where would you go?
I'll go to Matthew chapter 4.
Very good. Matthew chapter 4. Let's go right there. That's the perfect precept. Verse 8. Let's start at verse 8.
Matthew 4 and verse 8.
This is the proof that the dragon that gave this white man their power is the devil. Here's the proof here.
Again, the devil.
The who?
The devil.
The who?
The devil.
Read on.
Taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then saith Jesus unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve.
Read verse 9 again.
And saith unto him, all these things will I give thee.
All these things will I give thee. Remember we read in Revelation 13 and 2, and the dragon gave him his power. Go ahead.
If thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Oh, so what is that proof? That the so-called white man did what? Has done what? Is doing what?
Serving the devil.
Worshiping the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's how they got their power. Let's go back to our forefather, King Solomon. So now we went to those scriptures to tell you about, what was his name again? Benjamin Franklin, that demon. All that, Satan gave him all that understanding. So now we're leaving that. We're going back to our forefather, King Solomon. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 7, verse 17, to explain the level of understanding of wisdom that the Most High gave to our forefather Solomon. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and 17. For he hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely to know how the world was made, and the operation of the element.
Here's another element nobody understands. Fire. Nobody understands that thing. The so-called white man will tell you that is a spiritual thing right there. It's out of this world. Fire. No one can explain it. That's why the angel asked the prophets Esdras, what is the weight of fire? How much does it weigh? There's no answer to that thing. No answer. Exactly, you're right. You burn up trying to weigh that thing. Go ahead. They made a movie called Backdraft. And in that, it was a good movie. It's about firefighters. But it shows you how fire has a life of its own. You cannot control it. You cannot tell it where to go. It does what it wants. Go ahead.
Verse 18. The beginning, ending, and midst of the times.
Stop right there. So Solomon saw the beginning, the ending, and midst of the times. Give me a precept that shows you Solomon saw the end of times. Ezekiel.
1 Kings 8, 46 and 47.
Ah, I like that thing right there. I like that. That is a go. Let's get that. 1 Kings 8, 46 and 47. I like that. This proves that he saw the end of times, meaning the last days.
1 Kings 8 and verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captives unto the land of the enemy.
Did that happen to our people? Yes, it did. Read on.
Far or near?
Far or near. Now, let me show you far or near. Give me the map. Give me the world map. Pull it up. Okay, like a large portion of the slaves, as many of you know historically, were taken from the west coast of Africa. That's not where we all came from, but a portion of us did. And see the islands right there in the box? That's the Cape Verde Islands, is near to Africa. That's where a lot of the slaves were brought there. To this day, a lot of them have remained there. Okay, that's all I wanted on that. To explain the far or near. Far from Jerusalem or near to Jerusalem. Go ahead, Isaac.
Verse 47. Yet, if they shall bethink themselves in the land whether they were carried captive.
See that? If they shall bethink themselves, meaning remember who they are, in the land where they were carried captive. That's here in America. Go ahead.
And repent.
And what?
Repent.
That's the key to salvation. And repent. Go ahead.
And make supplication unto thee in the land of them that carried them captive, saying, we have sinned.
We have sinned.
And have done perversely.
And have done perversely. Come on.
We have committed wickedness. And so returned unto thee with all their heart and with all their soul in the land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto thee toward their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, the city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name. Then hear thou their prayer and their supplication in heaven, thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause.
That's the only time the Most High is hearing our prayers. A lot of people always want to know why. Well, God always answers my prayers, and they be in the midst of sin. Who's answering their prayers? Damn devil. We just read that in Matthew 4. Satan said, if you worship me, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. They praying to the white image of Jesus. Oh, Lord, Jesus, help me. I need a new house to get a new house. Oh, thank you, Lord. The devil did that thing for you. There's a demonic spirit out there. Now, go to Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. Oh, that's what you was getting? Yeah, okay. This is more proof Solomon saw the end of times.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses.
Start at verse 6. Y'all want to start up at 6. He over here weeping.
Verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place.
Folly is set. You know what folly? What does folly mean? Huh? Foolishness is set in great dignity. We have dignified the folliness of this world. The white man, so-called white man, is the folly. Oh, he's so great. God said he's folly. Go ahead. And the what?
And the rich sit in low place.
You don't realize you're the rich. You're the rich that sit in low places. Why? Because all the promises, hell, the world was made for our people. They don't know that thing.
What does that bottom part of that verse precepts with? Aparium.
Revelation 2 and 9.
See there? He's right on the money. See, the brains is
exactly. That does precept with that. Very good. Very good. Write that down, y'all. Oh, yeah, we're going to get that. Read on.
I have seen servants upon horses.
You see that? To sit on a horse means you're in authority. How many of y'all saw Django? Remember the scene when Django comes to, what's the name of that plantation?
Candyland.
Candyland. And Samuel Jackson said, who that nigga on the nag? Because black people was not allowed to ride on horses. Because to sit on the horse shows you're in authority.
Hello, Stephen, my boy.
Yeah. Hello, my ass. Who this nigga up on that nag?
Oh, Stephen, you have nails for breakfast. What's the matter? Why you so ornery? You miss me, huh?
Oh, yes, sir. I miss you like a hog miss flop, like a baby miss mammy titty. I miss you like I misses a rock in my shoe. Now, I ask you, who this nigga on that nag?
Hey, Snowball. You wanna know my name or the name of my horse? You ask me.
Hey, did y'all see the part where the white man, he was looking at it like, what? That's a nigga on a horse.
Right.
Like it was so I was so out of the world. He said, couldn't believe it.
Exactly. That's what Solomon's talking about. Read that again, Isaac.
I have seen servants upon horses.
So that's right. The white man is your servant. Go ahead.
And princes walking as servants.
And princes walking as servants
upon the earth.
Now watch. Here's the statue. At the Museum of Natural History, you got Theodore Roosevelt on the horse. On the right side, you got the black man. That's of Judah. These are the two kingdoms. Then you got Gad on the left, the American Indians, so-called American Indians. These are the two kingdoms walking as servants on the ground. I know y'all want to talk about the gun. Go ahead, talk about the gun.
You know it. You got to zoom in up on the picture because it's something that's been overlooked. The person that crafted this thing, there's a lot of thinking that went into making this statue. I want you to understand. He didn't just put that up there. He knew something.
A lot of thinking.
A lot of thinking went into this statue. And it's got a clear message.
Yeah.
Zoom in up on the Negro.
Yeah, zoom in.
Zoom in. Let me see if you can get
it. Yeah, I see it.
Can you see the gun?
Y'all see the gun?
He's holding
the rifle.
He's holding the rifle up in the air, signifying that he will fight for the man that's on the horse.
He will fight and support
him. That's the mind of the Negro. I told you that thing is dangerous. That Negro is a dangerous thing. Now get the other side. You can't really see it here. And look at how Gad is holding the gun. Get the picture. Get it in the front so you can see it. Because you can't.
Yeah, get a front view. Let's see if we get a front view.
The front view. Zoom in on the front view.
Well, you can see it right there.
You can see the butt of the gun. See about his head?
See next to the Indian's head, the butt of the rifle.
He's holding the gun by the butt and the barrel pointing down.
Meaning he will not
I'm not fighting because you're on my land. What the hell am I fighting for you for? You're on my land. Y'all don't see that? That's the clear message. He's got the Negro brainwashed and fighting. He got the gun up. I'm going to do battle for you.
Right.
The one on the other side, mad as hell, he got his gun pointed down. I want y'all, if y'all can't really see it here, go down there and see it. It's on 81st Street in Central Park West. That's where the statue is.
Right.
You can actually see what I'm talking about. That's why I say a lot of people see this man, he puts all kinds of things out here in the society, and our people dumb as hell. They don't realize that these things are not just put up there. They're put up there for their people to know the message.
And across the street, there's another picture of a Gadite giving Manhattan away for $20 worth of beads to a Dutchman in the same park across the street from that statue. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, you know that's a lie.
It's a picture of a Gadite.
His name, right? I know the statue you're talking about.
Yeah.
Peter Manuit. That was the guy that supposedly had bought Manhattan for $24 worth of beads.
You see the guy that holding the beads in his hand, and the Dutchman like this, or his hand open like this. Buying Manhattan, buying it. Meaning he stole it.
Exactly. Now, y'all got to remember historically, they brainwashed the American Negro as the Buffalo Soldiers. They just gave honor to them niggas some time ago to help take down the tribe of Gad. Because the tribe of Gad was the last of the Israelites to be taken down. Okay? Right. There you go right there. Buffalo, they were honoring them I think it was a couple of months back. Yeah, guns up, take down the tribe of Gad. You had Judah and Benjamin, them two. Bob Marley did a damn song about that thing. Buffalo soldiers. Everybody chanting that dumb, stupid song. Where did it get us? Where did it get us? Now nigga back to slavery. But master, you promised me.
You let me sing a song.
The hell is this? Read that again, Isaac.
Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 6.
7.
Verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
Now let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. Let's go right back there.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 18. The beginning, ending, and midst of times.
Notice it says beginning, ending, and midst of time. The midst of times is the Middle Ages. Abiel, can you give me some of the Middle Age images? Middle Ages, Byzantine. Look up Varney for that matter. I need some good ones. Good ones. Russian icons. The midst of ages, why? Because the Israelites ruled Europe for 1,000 years. Okay? This is a church called Varney in Romania with black images of all the forefathers of Israel. And it shows the white man catching it in the final judgment.
Now this church is in Romania, okay? So-called white people's lands.
Right.
Now my question is, who painted that? No, I'm asking y'all. Who in the world, what white people, let me put it that way, what white people will paint themselves as going into captivity with black people being Jesus and the angels and the saints? What white folks did that? When they have shown you over here that they've taken the image, they've taken the writings of Christ and his description in the Bible and changed it into lies. Now what make you think that they're going to paint the truth over there?
Exactly. Abiel, yeah. Look, zoom in right there. Look at the hand of God. Malachi, can you point to the hand of God? What white man is going to paint God's hand as a black hand? Point to the angel now with the spear. Right there, to your right. In the middle. The angel. No, over to your right. Right there. With a spear, with the white man got chains on under that. What white people would paint that? Not a nail one. And some of you let these dumb, I'm going to say it again, some of you let these dumb Egyptologist, Afrocentric Negroes tell you that during the Middle Ages, those are all white people. That King James was white. Everybody shut up. You don't know no history. Shh, be quiet. Never speak again.
Go back to that picture again, Abiel. I wasn't done with that. What you doing, man? No, go back to the same one. Just in case there's some eyes in here that need some eye salve to see clearly. Zoom in on the white folks and look at their skin in comparison to the black angels that's around them. Just so you get the color references, so we can get the eyesight calibrated with our mind. Look at the look at the
Now that's
halo.
been touched on the left.
Right.
Don't worry about that. Right there.
So you can see that there's a complete difference. Look at the ones on the bottom.
Right. Look at the angels to the left. Look at wait. Go. Stay right there. Look, Malachi. Point to the hand of God now. Point to the hand of God. Look at the white man under the hand of God. Now look at the angels to the left. Now, right, the angels right there, black. Look at their, like Yahushua was saying, look at their complexion in comparison to them others. Now go up, Abiel, top left, right there. You see where I'm pointing at? Top left is right there. Yes, right there. Those, when you read in the book, are the apostles and prophets. Black. Okay, all black. Black men. Who did that? Black men painted these things.
So when they were painting the angels, they had one jar of paint. Then when they got to the white folks, they had to change and get another.
Right. Now get Jesus in the middle. Go up and get Jesus Christ. Let's see if you look like you're that thing your mama got on her wall. Right there, there's Christ in the middle. Black as the ace of spades. And above Christ, oh, they got a painting of the Most High. Black too, with white hair.
Do y'all realize that this church is still standing right now?
And you got our people in the military don't have a clue of where to go. They're so well traveled, so well, but they don't know. The white man does something called steering. You don't want to go in that direction. Exactly. Anywhere the white man say don't go, I want to go there. Because you're trying to hide something from me.
Mental steer, right. He steer you. Just give you what's another word called a Jedi mind trick.
Right. There's Mary, his Christ's mama, right there next to him. Want to point to Mary, Malachi, right there. Mary, the black woman, right there. This is during the midst of times. These are things, if we had taught our sons and daughters these things, there would be no black on black crime. But because we've taught our sons and our daughters, the white man is God, we see each other as niggas and spicks and we hate each other.
That's the truth.
So there's no love amongst us at all. This is the history we got to teach. This is what Solomon was talking about.
This is what is known as undeniable proof. And, exactly. and it's a testament to how far your enemy will go in trying to destroy your minds by not teaching you this.
Exactly.
And they know about this. When they travel, they go into places like this.
Abiel, go to our website.
I got to tell you something. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
And pull up the Caesar, the paint, the whitewashing, iconoclasm.
I got it. The elders going to remember this when I bring it. I was with him. Me and you, we went into Strand's bookstore.
Mm-hmm. This was years ago.
Many years ago. The name of the book, there's a book that he purchased, and it's in Russian. You still have the book. It's all written in Russian. Right. And there was an Edomite lady that spoke Russian. She came over to where we were with the book and was translating the Russian language, and you wrote underneath it the English rendering of the Russian writing.
Exactly.
So how in the world would she know this? Because she was from over there. And when she saw what she thought of her mind Negroes, looking at records like this, they must be above what we call Negroes on TV. So maybe I need to go talk with them. And she just went and went through the book. You got the book. You wrote it in pencil.
Yep.
It's a brown book, brown and black. It's a big icon book.
That's what I wanted y'all to see. In this book called Russian Icon, they show you these are Greek Orthodox demons, where they hire these guys to whitewash. Show Malachi because maybe their eyes is bad. You got them painting a white image, and in the background you see Christ black. See Christ in the background black? Their job is to whitewash all the black images throughout Europe.
Now maybe we doctored this picture up. Are y'all really accepting what the vision is showing you? Look at the picture. Look at the painting that they have on Christ on the wall in the back. Do y'all see that? I know it's hard to accept this. This is like that hard pill. And look at the one that he's painting.
One behind him.
I can't see Malachi. Right. There's no mistaking in this. Right. Right. So they got dark paint. But look at the one that he's painting. I mean, what they say, a picture speaks 1,000 words?
Mm-hmm.
If this right here don't help you, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Maybe they're on Molly. I don't know.
I'm serious. I mean, when you look at stuff like this stuff is arresting.
Now these paintings were done during the midst of times that we just read about in Wisdom of Solomon 7. Midst of time meaning Middle Ages.
What are you going? What is an Edomite going to say when you show them stuff like this?
They're going to faint.
They're going to faint because not because the images exist. It's because you have them.
Right, and you found out.
That's what the problem is, because they've already known about this. Those books that we got, these pictures are in books that we have. So, and they the ones that printed up the books, and they passed the books back and forth among each other. So they don't have a problem with that. The problem comes in when you possess them.
Right, and I'm gonna tell them this is why they don't have the books. They don't know what section of the library or bookstore to go to. Y'all will go to the black book section or the Latin American book section. That's garbage. Go to the Judaic book section. Judaica book section.
That happened to us again, Elder. You forget.
Go ahead.
We was inside the bookstore again. They see us inside the Judaical section. And some so-called Jews walked in and said, we see that you're interested in our records and our history and all this. And he said, but we wonder if we could be some help to you. And we looking at them, no, we don't need your help. We're quite fine. I said, well, perhaps you're in the wrong section. They thought we were supposed to be in the African section.
Yeah.
So we had to help them out. I said, well, let me educate you to something. Grab them books off that shelf there. What did we grab? Ancient Jewish art.
Right.
I said, look at the name on the front of the book. Ancient Jewish art. And so what's in this book? Pictures of Jews. Now let's open up the book and let's see what the Jews look like. We open up the book, black. The Israelite priest dressed in white linen, black. So then we look back at him again and say, who's in the wrong section?
Right, go back up, Abiel. Go back up, Abiel. No, go back to where you was at. Now scroll up, top right. See right there. Right, in the book, you got a picture of Moses with the Egyptians being drowned. Moses with an afro. Check that out. This was in that book. You're going to tell us maybe we're in the wrong book section. No, we're not. We're in the right section. Maybe you want to go to the Egyptology. No, we don't want Egyptology. Maybe you need the African. No, we don't need nothing African. We're in the right section.
We're quite at home.
And they hate that thing. That's why a lot of these books, they're raising the prices on them to this day. Or they're out of print. Exactly. Back to Wisdom of Solomon 7. What verse you at?
Verse 18 again.
Go ahead.
The beginning, ending, and the midst of time.
So that midst of time is what we're looking at right there on the screen. Go ahead.
The alterations of the turning of the sun.
The alterations of the turning of the sun. You know why that's heavy? What do they teach us in school? Ramaya.
They teach us in schools that the sun sits still and the earth goes around the sun.
Right. They teach us in school that the sun sits still and the earth revolves around the sun. That's not what God says. Read that again, Isaac.
The alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of seasons.
So y'all see that? So Solomon understood all that stuff. Esau pays millions of dollars to astronomers to figure these things out. Come on.
The circuits of years.
The circuits of years.
And the positions of stars.
The positions of stars. Okay, go ahead.
The natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts.
Now this is heavy. Solomon, through his wisdom, understood the natures of what? Living creatures and the furies of wild beasts. You got the white man. What's that dude that just died?
Mike Irwin? Steve Irwin.
The one with the stingray. He goes under the water to pet the stingray. And the dude said, a dude said maybe he should have listened to what the name of the creature's called. It's called a stingray, not a pet ray. The dude goes to pet it and it stung the hell out of him and killed him.
He didn't understand
in his chest.
He didn't understand the fury of the stingray.
Right, he didn't understand that fury. Some animals get sick of your behind. Like there's a thing, a couple of months ago, there's a Edomite couple decides, let's go into the Serengeti in Africa. I have an idea. The husband says to the wife, let's have sex in the bushes. It must be something to that thing because Africans do it all the time. And she goes, let's try it out. They bumping and grinding, and a lion's just walking by and says, I smell Badussi. I don't like that smell over here. He tore that behind up, killed the wife, dragged her, ate her up. Man, that thing was hard. Funny though. I bet he won't try that no more again. Then there was another one on our website. White couple goes, there's a big rhino. Now, you know when the Bible talks about a rhino, it calls it a unicorn. Anyway, the rhino's standing there, and the white man says to his wife, and then says to the photographer, let's take a picture next to the rhino. A rhino is a wild animal. He's standing there. Oh, how much does a rhino weigh? Over 1,000 pounds. He's standing there. Here go the white couple. Oh, animals just love us. The photographer goes a little closer. Taking pictures with wild. You see the rhinos back there? That's the that was the before picture.
Look at the horn.
You see the horn right there. That was the before. Y'all didn't want to see the after picture. That horn went through her. He threw her up in the air, killed her, stomped on him. You cannot play with these animals. Let's go back.
They don't realize that the animals are mad, that their habitat is all messed up.
Exactly. Exactly. Isaac, where you at? Back to Wisdom of Solomon.
Verse 20. The natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts.
Now I'm going to tell you how sick Esau is. See, Solomon understood that just through wisdom about all the animals. The white man goes, this is how nasty he is. I wonder how give me an animal, name an animal.
A goat.
I wonder how a goat digestive system works. I got a great idea. Let's make a camera and shove it up his behind and film. Who does that? Who does that? That's some freaking nasty stuff. But they want to be on that level like Solomon was. And you Hamites better quit playing with rhinos too, trying to be like the white man. You're going to get stomped on too. Where you at, Isaac?
Verse 20.
Come on.
The natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds, and the reasonings of men.
You see, it was the violence of winds. Solomon understood storms and that thing. Esau got all kind of meteorologists and all that trying to figure this stuff up. Right. For the animals, they got zoologists. For the winds, they got meteorologists. Go ahead.
The diversities of plants and the virtues of roots.
Right. So Solomon knew what plants and virtues could bring forth healings and all that. You got white men in laboratories trying to figure things out. And a lot of the Caribbean, they at one time had a lot of that understanding. Why, as they come to America, a lot of them lose that understanding and get jacked up messing with these damn roots because you done forgot what you used to know. Which roots and plants is for healing of what type of ailments? Yes.
Let me say something real quick.
Yeah.
What the elder's saying is right because I'm from the islands and we never go to the hospital. You understand? Barnabas could verify that. Brothers be like, why you don't go to the hospital? Because we're not accustomed going to the hospital. If you get a fever, you got grass growing in the yard. You got certain grass, certain things you could use, to carry down the fever and so forth. So we never used to have to go to the hospital. The only time you go to the hospital is if you're close to death. That's how we is over there.
This is the Bushman.
So they proved that Brother Malachi is still alive. So he's telling the truth.
Yeah, right. Where you at, Isaac?
Verse 21.
Come on.
And all such things are either secret or manifest. Them I know.
Now, there was something about men. In verse 20, you skipped that whole line, Isaac, after winds.
Verse 20. The violence of winds and the reasonings of men.
And the reasonings of men, they call them psychiatrists. Some of y'all laying on the white man's couch. He is crazy as hell. And you and he's convincing you when you were 5 years old, your uncle touched you. That's what the problem is. He did? Yes, that's what it is. It all goes back to that. Yes, my uncle touched, my daddy did this to me. Stop laying on his couch. He's dumber than an ox. And you listening to this dude.
Some of them tell you that you have homosexual tendencies and you walk out of there believing it.
Right. He'll convince you're a homo in the spirit. You walk out, I am a homo. Yeah, let me not say that. Somebody edit that out and loop it. Some of y'all be on that couch. A lot of black women be on that damn couch right there. Like you know what? The woman that just tried to run over the president. They said she went to one of these things and was laying on the couch for a couple of months. It didn't help her. Keep on messing with these people.
I'm surprised they ain't going to investigate him.
Huh? Oh, your marriage counselors, couple therapy and all that. Y'all be going to that foolishness. And these white people can't keep a man either. Y'all are asking them for advice because you think that's Jesus.
There you go. That's what it is.
Y'all are crazy. Now, from there, go to Proverbs 30, verse 8 and 9. We're still dealing with Solomon. So we got to give honor to our forefather, Solomon. The Most High definitely blessed him, and he's the one that we must honor.
Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Listen good to what Solomon prayed for. He said, give me neither what?
Poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee.
See that? Lest I be full and deny thee.
And say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my God in vain.
Right, that's what happens. That's what Solomon said, just give me food convenient for me. If I have too much, he said, I will forget you and deny you. He said, and if I have too little, I will steal and blaspheme thy name. That's what happens. That's why when you see the rich amongst us, they go, oh, I'm atheist. I don't believe in God. Then the poor amongst us blaspheme, I ain't no God. And they run around stealing because they're in the midst of extreme poverty. Right, that's what Christ said in the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6. Get that real quick? Thank you for reminding me. Matthew 6, was it 10 or 11? Verse 11.
Matthew 6 and verse 11.
This is what Christ said to pray for.
Give us this day our daily bread.
That's what we wanted right there. That's the same thing Solomon said. Give me food convenient for me. Don't give me too much and don't give me too little. So these are things we got to take into account. From there, 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 29.
1 Kings 4 and verse 29. And God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding, exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore. And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country, and all the wisdom of Egypt.
Read verse 30 again. We got to put verse 30 down in our arsenal. Read verse 30 again. Abiel, pay attention to this.
And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country.
Now in the east country, you got these daggone Moabites and Ammonites, the Chinese and the Japanese. Some of y'all be glorifying them. Oh, how wise they are. You getting acupuncture? Stick a needle in me, stick a needle in me. They got all this great wisdom. God says, the Most High says, Solomon's wisdom excelled their wisdom. Look at the fighting of the Chinese. Do you know our forefathers used to beat the hell out of the Chinese? Who can find me that scripture where it said, one of David's 37 mighty men beat a lion-like man of Moab? Can you find that for me? Who was it? Better not give me that. We got to prove it. Some of y'all right now, oh no, we can't beat Chinese people. Saw them Wu Shu, Wu Tang. What is that? Jing Chong. Y'all looking at, what was that movie where Jet Li made his American debut and he beat the hell out of Danny Glover? Lethal Weapon 4. 1 Chronicles chapter 11, what? Verse 22. Give me that one. This is what our forefathers did to the Chinese.
1 Chronicles chapter 11 and verse 22.
Benaiah was one of David's 37 mighty men. And let me say this, David's 37 mighty men were Israelites. All of them. Go ahead.
The son of Jehodiah, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts. He slew 2 lion-like men of Moab.
Stop, hold on right there. You know what it means to be lion-like? That means you ain't no punk. These 2 dudes were lion-like, fierce, ferocious. He beat them both at the same damn time. Read it again.
Benaiah, the son of Jehodiah, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done many acts. He slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. Also he went down and slew a lion in a pit in a snowy day.
This brother was so bad, he said, I ain't finished yet. Not only did I whoop them 2 Moabite, them Chinese dudes, I ain't finished. I got some more power. Wait, there's a lion down there. I'm going to break his neck. Notice it said in what kind of day? Snowy. How many of you can keep your grip on the snow? No, that's a slippery thing.
That's a bad dude.
That's a bad brother right
there. He whipped 2 men that fought lions themselves.
Right.
So he whipped both of them behind. Then he said, now I'm going to kick the lions behind in the snow.
Yeah, man, then you notice that they said he did many acts. I mean, things that men, you said, why would he do that? It's impossible for a man to do. That's why he said he did many acts. People cannot explain. You understand?
So this brother these are the forefathers we got to honor. Y'all talk about Bruce Lee. You talk about Jet Li. Them dudes is damn 4'11". You honoring these dudes. Bruce Lee is so bad. Muhammad Ali could have whooped Bruce Lee's mind. He even said it. The hell is this? Honoring these former slave masters. Go back, Isaac, where you at? Now they're looking at me strange. What do you mean former slave masters? We leave that for another class. Go ahead. 1 Kings 4:30 again.
And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country, and all the wisdom of Egypt.
And all the wisdom of Egypt. Some of y'all to this day, many of our people be glorifying Egypt like, let me see his name. Yeah, man, I know y'all heard this dude, Imhotep. You get all these Egyptologists, Afrocentric Negro, Imhotep, my brother. What's that dude on the radio? Is it LIB? Who knows? And they always Imhotep and Hotep and oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Gary Bird. No.
Imhotep, look at this, was one of the Imhotep was one of the chief officials of the Pharaoh Djoser. Egyptologists ascribed to him the design of the pyramid of Djoser. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Djoser. He may have been responsible for the first known use of columns to support a building. Did our forefathers make pyramids?
Yes, sir.
Yes, they did. Give me the scripture in I went to one of Maccabees. Get straight to the point. Maccabees. Talking about Egypt. The Bible says Solomon's wisdom excelled Egypt.
Yeah.
To hell with Egypt, dusty Hamites. Don't let these Egyptologists come up against us. Come on.
Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids.
He set up what?
7 pyramids.
Oh, I thought only the Egyptians did that thing. Which forefather was this?
Simon.
Simon, thank you. Read it again.
Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and his 4 brethren.
Y'all see that? Now go to Exodus chapter 1. So you want to start off with Maccabees about the pyramid, because when you go to Exodus 1 first, since it does not use the word pyramids there, you get these dummies that go, oh, they don't mean the pyramids. So now you want to precept it from Maccabees to this now.
Exodus 1 and verse 11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
Pithom and Ramses, the treasure cities, is found in the Valley of the Kings. Write that down, Valley of the Kings. That's where Dr. Ben Yahakana takes a lot of jakes from America, and they go over there. Well, he's jacked up now, but he used to. My family used to always go over there too. Oh, look at it. How great Dr. Ben Yahakana. But that right there is when you read, that's the treasured cities. Israel did that. Okay? So now, this is just one of many Egyptians that many American black men try to associate themselves with. Talk about how great the Egyptians was nothing compared. Read that again, Isaac.
1 Kings 4 and verse 30. And Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country, and all the wisdom of Egypt.
And all the wisdom of Egypt. You gotta stress that word all. Come on.
For he was wiser than all men, than Ethan, the Azarite, and Heman, and Chalcol, and Darda, the sons of Mahal. And his fame was in all nations round about. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005.
See that part there? And his songs were 1,005. Let's go to Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1, because you get many of these Christians that say the Song of Solomon was written by a black woman. That's a lie. It's telling you right here, and his songs were 1,005.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's.
So he's telling you right there, which is Solomon's. Who wrote the Song of Solomon? Solomon himself. Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. I am black, but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem.
And he's telling you his color. Now, Abiel, what you showing me up here? Come on.
This is in the book of
Josephus?
Flavius Josephus, the book of Antiquities, book 1, chapter 8. It talks about concerning the Egyptians and their intelligence.
Read it for us.
Whereas the Egyptians were formerly addicted to different customs and despised one another's sacred and custom rites, and were very angry one with another on that account. Abraham, conferred with each of them, and confuting the reasonings they made use of, every one for their own practices, demonstrated that such reasonings were vain and void of truth, whereupon he was admired by them in those conferences as a very wise man, and one of great sagacity, meaning he was seen as a sage. When he discoursed on any subject he undertook, and this not only in understanding it, but in persuading other men also to assent to him. He communicated to them arithmetic and delivered to them the science of astronomy. For before Abram came into Egypt, they were unacquainted with those parts of learning.
Wait a minute, wait. He delivered unto them what?
He communicated. He communicated to them arithmetic.
Do you need arithmetic to build pyramids?
Yes.
So how in the hell were they building pyramids if Abraham didn't give them the arithmetic to do it?
He communicated to them arithmetic and delivered to them the science of astronomy. For before Abram came into Egypt, they were unacquainted with those parts of learning.
They were unacquainted with arithmetic.
For that science came from the Chaldeans into Egypt, and from thence to the Greeks also.
See that, right? So, from there, let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Right after Proverbs. Imhotep. Come on, stop.
How come the Negro don't want to be from the Canaanites? They all want to claim Egypt.
Yeah, you're right.
There's four sons that came out of Ham. Everybody want to be Egyptians.
Mm-hmm. That was from Mizraim, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody want to be the Canaanites. Nobody want to be Foot or Put. Nobody want to be that son. Mizraim, my brother. Yeah, right. Isaiah 45:14. Now, a lot of these brothers that claim they're Egyptian, like these guys on YouTube, I ain't gonna mention their names. They ain't worth talking to. Or about. Well, here you go. Go ahead.
Isaiah 45, verse 14. Thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt and merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, men of stature.
Men of what?
Stature.
Meaning they big and tall as hell. I'm gonna say, nigga, you too short. You ain't Egyptian. You out here there going 5'1", talking about you Egyptian. The Bible says the Egyptians were men of stature, like the ancient the Watusis. You can see them today. The shortest of them be like 7 feet. Here you got a Negro in America, 5'1". I'm Egyptian, my brother. No, you not. You ain't no daggone Egyptian. The hell is this? Shut up! Gain some stature.
Y'all remember that basketball player named Manute Bol? Remember him? Yeah. He was a short one.
Right. He was short amongst them.
He was 7'7".
Brother, always talk about he Egyptian. Brother, be quiet. Put on some high heel shoes, maybe. Put on some lifts. From there, Ecclesiastes 12:1.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
Wait, stop. And you know what? bugs me out with all their divine, I'm talking about Egyptologists, Afrocentric Negroes, with all their divine inclinations and wisdom. Why do they battle each other? Why don't they come together and go against the oppressor or set things? Why don't they do that? Maybe it's me, but they look for each other. I'm gonna battle you. I'm going to debate you. I thought you had such divine wisdom. Why don't you go out and go against the oppressor?
It's all about just that. It's all about trying to sound intelligent.
Vainglory.
Vainglory, that's what it's about. I'm deep, brother, I'm deep. See my African beads? I'm deep.
Where we at, Isaac?
Ecclesiastes 12:1.
Come on now, this is King Solomon. Watch what he prophesies about.
Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth.
Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth. That's why when you come into this truth, your sons, your daughters, you have to teach them from when they're young. Some of you brothers coming in at a young age, remember him in the days of your youth. Don't wait till you 100 years old talking about, let me try and learn about the Most High now. Go ahead.
While the evil days come not.
See that? While the evil days come nigh.
Nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right. He says, learn about the Most High while things is good for you. Don't wait till things is terrible in the city, and then when you want to seek the one true God. Go ahead.
While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. That's right. Today, this is the so-called white man. Go ahead.
And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
The grinding is what? What is grinding? Work. Work is low. Read that part again. And the what?
And the grinders cease because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Right. Many of y'all, there was a job fair, was it last month or month before last? There were so many people, they had to shut it down after an hour and a half. So many people. Why? Because there's so many people out of work. Why? Because grinding is low in the city now. Go ahead.
And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird.
Getting up early, go ahead.
And all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Right, and all the daughters of music, meaning the joy of singing, shall be brought low. Go ahead.
Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high.
Which is the Most High.
And fear shall be in the way. And the almond tree shall flourish. And the grasshopper shall be a burden.
So although the almond tree may flourish, meaning there is increase, it says the grasshopper shall be a burden. Because them grasshoppers do what? They eat the almond tree. Go ahead.
And desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home.
His long home is death. Go ahead.
And the mourners go about the streets, or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken.
Meaning, like here in America, this is called the Golden City. This is the place of riches. But guess what? We do not attain to that wealth. Okay? Just like you got now in the news, the two stupid parties, what are they? Arguing about the Obamacare stuff. Not that I agree with it, more or less, whatever the hell it is. But anyway, they had to shut down parts of the federal government, and those people that were working in it, they ain't got no job. And guess what? They got a clever name for it. How many of y'all have been laid off? Nobody's ever been laid off? Only 4 people in here? In your life, nobody's ever been laid off? Oh, okay. Well, they got a clever name for it now. It's called furlough. You've been furloughed. I'm like, that's just another clever word from you've been laid off, you've been fired temporarily, or whatever. No, don't call it that. Just call it furloughed. Come on, stop. What verse you at, Isaac?
Verse 6.
Go ahead.
Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken.
Right, because in this place of what they call milk and honey, or fame and wealth, everything's falling apart. It's breaking down. The economy is falling. Go ahead.
Or the pitcher be broken at the fountain.
Right, you're going to get some water, and the pitcher you're carrying is broken. Meaning what you thought to attain to, like you go to school, to attain to be certain things. Some people make it, but the vast majority do not. Go ahead.
Or the wheel broken at the cistern.
Come on.
Then shall the dust return to the earth, as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
Meaning death. That's what it's talking about. Read on.
Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. All is vanity.
Now this is Solomon talking. They called him the preacher. Go ahead.
And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yea, he gave good heed and sought out and set in order many proverbs.
Come on.
The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth. The words of the wise are as golds, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd.
Come on.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished.
Admonish means be warned.
Of making many books, there is no end.
Of making many books, there is no end. He's talking about books about God. Go ahead.
And much study is a weariness of the flesh.
And much study of these books about God is a waste of time. That's what he's talking about. Many of you, especially in these Christian churches, you got these ministers like T.D. Jakes. He writes a book every other month and gives you his opinion on what God is, or Creflo Dollar, or Juanita Bynum, or Joel Osteen. Right, these prosperity doctrines. Solomon says through the Spirit of the Lord, that's a waste of time. You're wasting your time studying those things. Go ahead.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
If you ever wanted to know what your purpose was upon the earth, it's to serve God and keep his commandments. That's your purpose upon the earth. Go ahead.
For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing.
Whatever secret any of us got, the Most High said he's going to bring it into judgment. Go ahead.
Whether it be good.
Whether it be good.
Or whether it be evil.
Or whether it be evil. Go to chapter 1, verse 16. Ecclesiastes 1:16.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 16. I communed with mine own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem.
Come on.
Yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge.
That word experience there. So not only did he have wisdom and knowledge, but he got the experience to prove it. Go ahead.
And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly.
So this is what I wanted y'all to see. Solomon gave his heart to know wisdom. Then it says, and to know madness and folly. Now, Abiel, type in Star of Solomon. Seal, thank you. Seal of Solomon. Don't nobody run out and buy this book. Okay. The Seal of Solomon is one of the original things, what y'all call today that Star of David. It was called the Seal of Solomon. When you check archaeology, you never can find that image under David. It goes back to Solomon. Read that part again for us, Isaac.
Damn, lost my place.
Verse 17.
Verse 17. And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit.
So the madness and folly, there's a book called the Solomon Seal. It's a book of witchcraft. Okay? Go back out. Go back out. Go back to the images. Yeah, right there. All of that, you find some of these things they got out of the book. Okay? And the Kabbalah is an extension of that. Where the 6-point star is a symbol of man. It's see, the 1 is the head, the 3 and the 3 and the 2 are the arms of man. 5 and the 4 are his legs, and the 6 is the penis of man. All that goes in that book. You can read all that foolishness. Right, that's an Egyptian head at the top. And you got the Baal on the far left, the goat head. Okay? That's why we leave those symbols alone. It ain't in the Bible. Leave it alone. Some of y'all think y'all deep by wearing it. Got some foolish Israelites doing the same daggone thing. And on the far, you see the goat head on the far right there. All that goes in that too, satanic. So all that's in that book. Under the Seal of Solomon goes into all those. The 5-point hexagram is a lower level. The 6-point is a higher level witchcraft symbol. Well, what if I just want the face? Simple, brother. That's still witchcraft. Leave that stuff alone. And this is what he's talking about here in verse 17. Isaac, one more again.
And I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly.
So Solomon willingly gave himself into madness and folly. He wanted to understand everything, the positive parts of life and the negative. That's why when you read, like in this book of Ecclesiastes, read on. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Go ahead, read on.
I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit.
You read that line several times, vexation of spirit. He'll talk about a subject, then he goes, this also is vexation of spirit, or vanity of vanities. When I was younger, I used to read this and go, yo, this book is depressing. Everything is a waste of time. Everything is vanity. Why is this in the Bible? I couldn't understand when I was younger. But this book goes into when Solomon went into madness and folly. He sought out everything. So guess what? There's no need for you to search it out now. You can read about it right here. Leave this stuff alone, Solomon is saying. Okay? What verse was that, Isaac?
That was verse 17.
Read on.
For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Yeah, so something like that make you, why would he say that? Because the more you know, Solomon said, he wanted to understand everything. He said, you know what? It's not enough that I understand the good things in life. I want to know why evil is the way it is. He said, let me give myself to madness and folly. So he gave himself into that. That's why when you read, now go to Nehemiah 13. And we tell you, like our instructors told us back in the day, leave those books alone. But we're warning you, leave those books alone. There are books out there made of human flesh or animal flesh. You open a book and a damn demon jump on your head and you cannot get it off of you. They got stuff out there like that. And we tell you, some of that witchcraft stuff is real. Leave it alone. Tell a woman that, because she always try, let me find something. Then she giving us a phone call about demons is on her. How many phone calls we get like that?
A lot, all the time.
Always from the woman.
Saying there's demons and things is happening in their house and spirits and, okay, and what you're doing is giving more power to evil than to the Most High.
Right.
And like the elder said about those books, that's why you got those dumb, stupid Israelites that watch our videos and look for a triangle, look for the fingers, because they read those witchcraft books.
Right.
You never heard no Negroes talking about that until them idiot, unlearned Israelites that dig into that witchcraft stuff, then they start bringing it. Okay, because none of y'all don't know what it was. I didn't know what it was until I had to start wondering, where are they getting this from? But those are them dumb, wicked Israelites that they'll wait for a hand gesture and they'll circle it. What does it mean? Because you put your hand a certain way. What power's in that? The only thing that got power that I knew of from growing up is the middle finger. You get a beat down for that. But all that other stuff, that's madness. And some of y'all fall for it. And then email us and ask us, why did the elder put his hand that way? Like an idiot. Like we're going to sit down and answer you. Why y'all got triangles on your clothes? You dummy.
Can I say something in reference to the books, these demonic books? Do y'all realize that when people write books, listen to me carefully, when people write books, they write the book from a spiritual context. In other words, any person that writes, they write for the purpose of communication. They're not just writing words just to put them down on paper. They're writing these words down because they want the words to affect the reader. It's like when someone writes a book. They write the book a certain way to entice the reader to visualize the words into pictures. Do y'all follow what I'm saying? When you write, well, you can actually read books that don't have any pictures in it, but as you're reading it, you can formulate crystal clear and vivid color what you're reading. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Well, somebody who wants to communicate an evil thought against the Most High, they would have that kind of thought process while they're writing the book. And you got a book made of human flesh. Could you believe all of that
with an old vagina on the cover?
All of that's going to affect your mind, which is the purpose of it.
Y'all think I'm making this stuff up? Oh, he's just trying to. I'm not trying to be funny. I have seen books like that. I'm not messing with that book. Leave it alone.
Exactly. Y'all understand what we're saying? when people write books, there's thought put into the words. They'll choose some words over other words. I don't want to use these words because it's not going to have this kind of effect on it. Let me use these. So when the reader reads this, he'll think like that.
Exactly.
Hold on. Yeah, that is true what the brother said. Even though in Haiti, they'll tell you that. Some books, these guys be bugged out their mind after they finish reading. They're like normal guys, they'll become junkies because they're in deep to witchcraft.
Exactly.
Some books, you're not supposed to be deal with these books.
Exactly. There are like those pills and all that back in the time before it was called these things. Witchcraft was based on all these medicines y'all got today, crushed up, and they would take little doses of it to open their mind in the spirit realm and write these books. There would be demons speaking through them. That's why when you go to Acts 19, give me that, Acts 19, and is it 19 I want? Is that it? I'm shooting from the hip. Acts 19:19.
Acts 19, verse 19.
Listen good.
Many of them also which use curious arts.
Curious arts means witchcraft. You Israelites walking around with witchcraft books in your camp, you better follow this example.
Brought their books together and burned them before all men.
What they do?
And burned them before all men.
Did they teach out of it?
And burned them before all men.
You got some camps out there with witchcraft books teaching hand symbols. This means one thing, this means that, that means this. Listen, that's witchcraft. Burn those books. That's what God says. Was that it, Isaac?
No, there's more. And they counted the price of them and found it 50,000 pieces of silver.
Now get me Numbers 23 for the black woman that's always got a demon on her. Talk about somebody put a spell on me. We get so many phone calls. I don't get a phone call from brothers that say this. It's always the woman. I get emails, ASAP get the phone calls. Here we go like this. Oh God, again. Here's another one. Why? Because she's always delving into something. I want to know my future. I want to be over my husband. I want this. Oh, read my palms. Now she got a demon on her. She crying for help. Miss Cleo, Miss Negro.
Numbers chapter 23, verse 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob.
God says there's no enchantment, no kind of witchcraft against Jacob. Go ahead.
Neither is there any divination against Israel.
Neither is there any divination against Israelites. Go ahead.
According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath God wrought?
What hath God wrought? Meaning God has made us his chosen. We are a special people to him. So it's telling you witchcraft don't work on us. That's why when a white man does his spells, he puts us out. They gotta go. Either they kill us and sacrifice us like they used to do, or they make us leave the room. Because the spells don't work around our people. Now when you get into that brujeria, santeria, voodoo, obia, whatever funny name y'all got out there, that's when y'all start getting jacked up because you've not repented and a host of angels don't encamp around you. Some of y'all Latinos, you know your mother's rolling coconuts under your bed. Waking up, why, mommy, why the coconut under my bed? And some of you Haitians, y'all know too. Oh, I got a terrible pregnancy. Well, sister, drink a little urine and it make the pain go to hell. You're nasty. True stuff. Y'all think I'm joking? Yeah, cutting off chicken heads. When I used to live in the Bronx, on Caldwell Avenue, South Bronx, that used to be on people's doorsteps, and it'd be fist fights all out there. People getting stabbed because somebody trying to put a spell on somebody. Craziness. Witch doctor. Why don't they ever hit the lotto? The hell is this?
That is a multi-million-dollar industry.
It is.
Because from experience, my parents, we used to go to a centro every Saturday. And every Saturday they would tell my parents, someone's doing a trabajo on you, or someone's throwing something on you. We gotta work it. So they freak out. And then $100 later, that was it.
Exactly.
We would go in for 20 minutes, come back out, and there was like 40 people waiting.
You know, that thing today is a big hustle, a big scam. Where I used to work years ago, because those shops about reading your palm are supposed to say that this is for entertainment only. So there was a crackdown to say, find out what it is. And they said it's always, see, I think I'm saying this. I'm not saying it because I'm no male chauvinist. Women get scammed all the time. So what they did, they sent in, this was a setup now, they sent in the black woman to find out what these people were from Albania. You ever seen them gypsies? From Albania, a lot of them into that too. So they go in and they send the black woman in. Black woman, you're on. She goes in, hi, how you doing? Now the first thing they do, I'm gonna tell y'all, they look at you from head to toe. They got somebody in the back on cameras watching you, looking at what kind of jewelry you got, what kind of shoes you wear, and they're gonna take a guess, see if you're married. Oh, you're not, she didn't have a ring on. They say, oh, so the spirits are telling me that you're gonna have a terrible time finding a husband. Now that's one of the reasons black women go in there. They want a man. Now she's all traumatized, I'm never gonna find a man. So she says, well, if you give me $100, I'll give you such and such. Give me something from your mother, come back with another $50. I'll put a string on it and you'll get blessed. So she walked out and they had the whole thing on tape. So they locked up. No, they didn't. They wrote it down. They didn't lock her up yet. They wanted to see how far this was going to go. So they sent a black woman back the next week. She brought something with her from her father or something. Can't remember what it was. But anyway, they said yes, and they're throwing water and sand. And the black woman, she's sitting there all mesmerized. And they say, okay, you're going to get a husband in 3 months, but you'll never have a child. Your child will be born with some kind of ailment. Oh, now she's upset again. All upset. You got to come back and bring $200. And that's how they get these women. They be getting them. Brothers don't be falling. Hey, get the hell up out of here. Oh, that happened to some of you brothers you know? Your father, they got your dad?
Anyway, no, it was actually Roger, our former boss from Singular. He had it bad for this girl, man. He dropped dollars.
Oh, he wanted to put roots on her.
Oh, he did.
See, not putting root stuff on you. You get these wet.
Did.
True story. Some of these women in New Orleans. We was gonna go out there one day, me and my wife, this was a while years ago, and one of our friends was telling us, don't eat the gumbo. Don't eat the food. So what the hell are we gonna eat when we get there? They said some of them put their menstrual blood in the food and give it to you. There's a spell to bind the man to you. And if the woman want to keep you, you waking up Wednesday talking about where my drawers, she buried your drawers in the yard. So that's another spell. Leave that stuff alone. You go to somebody's house, there's a pyramid of salt in one corner and a glass of wine, and you get the hell out of there. They get to all kind of stuff.
You buying underwear every week.
Leave that stuff alone. I know, but I've seen it.
Oh, that's just like the same. That's the same Eve spirit popping up.
That's right.
Because Eve went around Adam. She's trying to get spiritual and dark forces to have power over Adam.
Exactly.
Same thing they go into these witchcraft people to get power over man, power over their life by doing it through the back door.
Right. They got a lot of new TV shows on now. One's called The Originals. One is called Vampire Diaries. Who do y'all notice is the powerful witches in these stories, if y'all have ever seen them? The black woman. They say, call the supreme witch. Here comes the black woman. I mean, what the hell is this? There was a movie with vampires with Aaliyah. Queen of the Damned. Who's the most powerful vampire? The black woman. Here she comes.
What about World Z? What about World Z?
Oh, World War Z. What was the line they said in the movie?
They said, give me the worst demon you got.
We got the worst sellout, bro. We got the worst disease quarantined in here, and the camera pans over, it's a black woman. Look like a zombie. It's a zombie woman.
Right. This is where Queen of the Damned, and she was ancient from Egypt. She was one of the first, whatever the story was. she got, you know, Most High put her to death after that. Now, I'm sorry I digressed. We were talking about, we went into all that because Solomon went into madness and folly. Nehemiah 13, this is what I wanted to get to. We read this last week. We're almost done.
Nehemiah chapter 13,
verse 23.
Verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab.
Chinese.
And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language.
Because the women raised those kids. Go ahead.
But according to the language of each people. And I contended with them, and cursed them, and smote certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by God, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons.
So Nehemiah was serious about the laws of God. Going back to the land, he said, I ain't playing with not near one of you. I'm going to lay hands on you. You bringing this filthy sin up into the land of Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Or for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things?
That's what I wanted to get to. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Now, when you read about Solomon, he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. Those women of the other nations, it tells you that he built idols for them and all that. That was the beginning of him going into madness and folly, learning about all the idols and the false deities or deities, however you say that word, and the curious arts, dealing with the women of those other nations. That's why Nehemiah is saying here, did not Solomon sin by all that? Leave that stuff alone. It went into levels of evil. Okay? Now, a lot of y'all don't know about Solomon. Let me show y'all something. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know. Oh. This is y'all's favorite scripture.
Second Samuel chapter 7.
Verse 12.
Verse 12. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee.
Which was Solomon. What? Listen good to what the Lord is saying to David about his son. Go ahead.
Which shall proceed out of thy bowels.
Which shall proceed out of thy bowels. Meaning out of your what? Out of your penis. That's what he's talking about. His sperm. Go ahead.
And I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name.
Now we all know that Solomon built a house for God's name. Right or wrong?
Yes.
All right, read on.
And I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
Now there's the part right there. And I will establish the throne of his kingdom for how long?
Forever.
Forever. Was Solomon's kingdom forever?
No.
How long was it? 40 years. Write that down. Solomon's kingdom lasted 40 years only. Read again, Isaac.
He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son.
Y'all hear that? I will be his father, he shall be my son. Read.
If he commit iniquity.
If he commit iniquity. Did Solomon commit iniquity? Yes, he did. Go ahead.
I will chasten him with the rod of men.
Wait. Did God chastise Solomon with the rod of men? No, he was not chastised with the rod of men. Go ahead, was that it?
Nope. And with the stripes of the children of men.
And with the stripes. You know what stripes are? When you're getting whipped. Whoosh. None of that happened to Solomon. So that will make you sit back and go, I'm confused about this part right here. Was that it, Isaac?
Yes, sir.
Now, you got to ask yourself, well, God said it, but it didn't happen to Solomon. Go to Isaiah 53:5, prophecy about Christ.
Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 5. But he was wounded for our transgressions.
Christ was wounded for our transgressions, meaning our sins.
He was bruised for our iniquities.
Christ was bruised for our iniquities.
The chastisement of...
See that? The chastisement, go ahead,
of our peace was upon him.
Of our peace was upon him. Was that it?
And with his stripes.
And with his stripes,
we are healed.
We are healed. Hey, wait a minute. God said if Solomon sinned, he would chastise him with the rod of men and with the stripes of men. That didn't happen to Solomon. It happened to Christ. Go to 1 Peter 2:24.
Well, you new brothers, this is a little bit of meat, so try to ride with this.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 24. Who his own self bare our sins in his own body on the tree, that we, being dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed.
Y'all see that? So all that prophetically, go back to Samuel now. I'm just, my head hurts now because he's saying something, but Christianity is blocking the understanding from me. It's intercepting. It's a wall of ignorance blocking what God is saying. Read that again, Isaac.
2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 14. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men, and with the stripes of the children of men.
Y'all see that? So none of that happened to Solomon. It happened to Christ. When you look at Romans 1 and 3, get that for me real quick. Remember the Lord told David that his son would proceed out of what? His bowels. And he would establish his throne forever. Romans 1 and 3.
Romans chapter 1 and verse 3. Concerning his son Jesus Christ our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh.
According to the flesh means according to sex. Sex! Sex! Christ was called the son of David. So all that we read in Samuel chapter 7 is making a reference not only to Solomon, but going beyond Solomon is talking about Christ. So now, because we've been institutionalized here in Babylon the Great, we cannot see what God is telling us. Now let's see what Solomon revealed about all this. Go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. We're almost done. I still didn't say it yet. I still didn't say what he's saying yet.
Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 4.
Listen to what Solomon's going to give everybody in here a great secret.
One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh.
One generation passes away, and another generation cometh. Go ahead.
But the earth abideth forever.
But the earth abideth forever. Read on.
The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down.
Now, wait. I want to take it slow. Solomon is comparing generations of men. Now he goes from man, he talks about the sun. Read that again.
The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and hasteth to his place where he arose.
Now remember, he just said one generation comes, and another generation, one generation goes, another generation comes. The sun goes up, and the sun goes down. Go ahead.
The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually.
No, now he compares generations of men to the wind. He said the wind whirleth about. It goes from one side of the earth to the other. Go ahead.
It whirleth about continually.
Continually. Go ahead.
And the wind returneth again.
And the wind returneth again. Go ahead.
According to his circuits.
According to his circuit. Go ahead.
All the rivers run into the sea.
Now listen good. Now he gets to the rivers. All the rivers run into what?
Into the sea.
Go ahead.
Yet the sea is not full.
But the sea is not full. You got to ask yourself. Yeah, that's true. All the rivers, all the waters go to the sea, but it doesn't overflow. Why is that? Why does he so say what happens? What? Right, evaporation. The sun comes up, heats it up, it turns, it goes from one stage to another. It's called what? What? I can't hear nobody. A water cycle, it evaporates, becomes steam, and goes up into the heavens. So now Solomon is saying mankind is like the sun that rises and goes down, it comes back again. Mankind is like the wind that goes from one end to the other and continually returns. Then he says mankind is like the sea, the water that runs continuously into the sea, but it never overflows. Go ahead, Isaac. What verse you at?
Verse 7.
Go ahead.
All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing.
Go ahead.
The thing that hath been.
The thing that hath been. He's talking about the spirit of man. Remember, he talks about one generation comes and another generation goes. Read it again, Isaac.
The thing that hath been.
So the thing he's talking about is man. Go ahead.
It is that which shall be.
It is that which shall be. Go ahead.
And that which is done is that which shall be done.
And that which is done, that man have done, is that which shall be done. Go ahead.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
There's no new spirit under the sun. That's what Solomon's telling you. That's a hard thing, because you're like, the American blocking now, you're going, wait a minute. What is this talking about? Regeneration. Now, why, some people might say, is this reincarnation? What is reincarnation? And why is that? Is that the proper word or the wrong word? Let me hear Gedaliah. Who has the mic? Pass it up. Reincarnation, is that the right word or the improper? I'm curious. Go ahead.
Reincarnation is, according to smelly Elamites, where if you do good in life, when you're born again, you become a better person, you become your better status, or if you do bad, you're lowered or become a cockroach, an animal, stuff like that.
Okay, very good. You want to add to that?
Reincarnation is that you always come back as an animal.
As an animal, right. You come back as a goat, a sheep. You don't. That's not what the Most High does. You come back as man. So, because we've been Babylonianized, I made a new word up, Negroized here, we can't, we'll read that and go, no, it can't be that. Let me help you. Go to Job 19:25. You know, they always say man wrote that. You show me one book man did not write. Come on, Job 19:25. Let's see if that's the right understanding that we just gave.
Job chapter 19 and verse 25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth.
Job says, I know that my Redeemer liveth. Come on.
And that he shall stand at the latter day.
And my Redeemer shall stand at the latter day.
Upon the earth.
Upon the earth.
And though after my skin worms destroy this body.
And though after what?
After my skin worms destroy this body.
Meaning after I'm dead. Go ahead.
Yet in my flesh.
Yet in my flesh, in my body.
Shall I see God.
Shall I see God. Read.
Whom I shall see for myself.
Whom I shall see for myself.
And mine eyes shall behold.
And my eyes shall behold. Was that it, Isaac?
Nope.
Go ahead.
And not another.
And not another. So, was that it? I went down to 27.
Though my reins be consumed within me.
Though my reins be consumed within me. So Job is telling you, I'm coming back. That's too hard for a Negro because you've been Americanized, Babylonianized, institutionalized. No, that's I can't accept that. Let me get you another one, Matthew 17:11. Come on. Matthew, we going to the New Testament.
Matthew chapter 17 and verse 11. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Elias truly shall first come and restore all things.
Elijah truly shall first come and restore all things.
But I say unto you that Elias is come already.
That he came already?
And they knew him not.
And they knew him not.
But have done unto him whatsoever they listed.
Read.
Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them.
Read.
Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist.
John the Baptist was Elijah come back. That's too hard for a Christian. Why? Because you've been mentally corrupt. Your brain has been scandalized. So you cannot accept things that we all knew and understood at one time. Okay, get me Revelation 10:11.
Revelation chapter 10 and verse 11. And he said unto me,
he's talking to John the Revelator,
thou must prophesy again.
Again, if you know history, John the Revelator died on the island of Patmos. What do you mean you're going to show prophesy again? He dead and gone. Go ahead.
Before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
Now get St. John 9 and 1.
The book of St. John 9 and verse 1. And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
From his birth. Go ahead.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin? This man or...
Stop. Don't read it too fast. Read it again.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Master.
No, read the whole verse again, slow.
Verse 1. And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth.
No, blind from his birth. He was born that way. Read.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin? This man?
Why would they ask did this man sin to be like that? He was born blind. That's an odd question. That is an odd question. He was born that way. That's too deep for a Negro. They understood what? What did they understand that y'all don't know today? Somebody help me. Regeneration. He was from the past. Go ahead, read again, Isaac.
And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin? This man or his parents?
Or was he like that because something his parents did? Now when you read on, Christ said, no, neither him nor his parents. Why did, read it.
That he was born blind. Jesus answered, neither hath this man sinned.
Wait a minute. Let's pause there. Neither has this man sinned. Sin when? In his past life. Go ahead.
Nor his parents.
Go ahead.
But that the works of God should be made manifest in him.
So why didn't Christ say, Peter, what's wrong with y'all? What do you mean? Did this man sin?
That's the message. Christ didn't look at the disciples and say, what the hell are y'all talking about? They understood because Christ had taught them about that. Christ taught the disciples, so they knew what to ask him. They said, is this one of the examples of what you taught us? That's what they was asking.
Right. Exactly. Here's another one, 2 Ezra 1:38. This is why, you ever see or know babies that are aborted, babies that die from an early age. Then you read about the final judgment and you go, how is there going to be a judgment for this baby? Solomon said, is there anything whereof you may say this is new? It has been of old. That's why there's going to be a judgment day for all flesh. That baby never did nothing. You don't know what you're talking about. You are in your American state of mind. That baby been here many times. That baby that just died or that you aborted been here many times and done much wickedness. That's for another class. Go ahead.
2 Ezra chapter 1 and verse 38. And now, brother, behold what glory, and see the people that cometh from the east, unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, he already dead and gone. Hey, how you gonna be a leader? He's talking about the last days. The Lord gonna raise these men up. Go ahead. Isaac. And Jacob. Read. Osias, which is Hosea. Amos. And Micah. Joel. Abdias. Obadiah. And Jonah. Nahum. And Habakkuk. That's Habakkuk. Zephaniah. Aggeus. As Haggai. Zechariah. And Malachi. Which is called also an angel of the Lord. Go ahead. That's it. That was it. So the Lord's telling you right there, he's raising those men up as leaders in the last days. So all this confusion about, you got some camps, there's no such, you don't come back. There's appointed unto man once to die, and after that the judgment. Yes, when you die, you go before the Lord and you are judged. Then, if it ain't these last days, you return. Was there more, Isaac, or no, that was it? No, I had another precept for you.
Go ahead, what you got?
Matthew 24 and verse 34.
Go ahead.
Christ said, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
Right, very good. This generation shall not. That generation died and gone. That generation died and gone. He's talking about, in that chapter, he's talking about the second coming and all that. What was he talking about? That wicked generation is back here today. Yes, Lava.
It's just what Isaac just reading, telling your brothers that who convert, you don't know who's who. That's why when you watch on YouTube, you see brother just run their mouth to another brother, who don't do nothing wrong with them, to them. You have to know this walk, what it's about. They know who we are. Their spirit know that. But they will not convert to you. You understand? They know that we are about God's commandment. They don't know who we are. You're never going to catch us talk evil of a brother. You understand why? Because we understand things they don't understand.
Get Deuteronomy chapter 28. No, I don't want 68. Give me Deuteronomy. First, give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1. Let's do that first. Deuteronomy 1 and 1, and then Deuteronomy 28. Just going in step with what the elder just brought out. Now, that was some heavy information that just got dropped on you. Do y'all agree?
Now let me see if they got it though. So, who? I want some new hands. Who was Solomon? Yes, Tobiah.
Solomon was Christ.
Exactly. Solomon was Christ. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1.
I just want the top part of it. Come on.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So who was Moses speaking to? The children of Israel. Now give me the 28th chapter. I want y'all to listen as I go through this. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 32. Listen.
Deuteronomy 28
verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Now, who knows the history about what happened during the time when Moses said this to the nation of Israel? Ezekiel. Watch how this comes together.
We were in the we were in the wilderness at this time.
Which one you got? 10. Okay, go ahead. Speak again.
We were in the wilderness at this time.
We were in the wilderness at this time, right?
Right.
Read it again.
Thy sons and thy daughters.
So Moses was speaking to the Israelites that was in the wilderness, and what did Moses say to that generation that was there?
Shall be given unto another people.
Did the generation of that time, were their sons and daughters sold to another people? So what was Moses talking about? You see that? So he literally meant that generation there, but it didn't happen in that time period. Because he didn't say that to them and then it happened to somebody else. He said it to them because he meant it. He said it's going to happen to you. They're looking at Moses like he's crazy. But when the prophecies caught up to us, that same generation came back and guess what? Our butts were being sold off. Y'all got it now?
Go back now, real quick. 2 Samuel 7.
2 Samuel, chapter 7
and 13.
And 13. He shall build an house for my name.
Who did that, Haim?
Right here, Solomon.
All right, give Isaac the mic, and somebody give him the mic that's over here. Come up, Isaac.
He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever.
Haim, was Solomon's kingdom forever?
No, it was not.
Read on, Isaac.
I will be his father, and he shall be my son.
I will be his father, and he will be my son. Now that sounds very similar to what the Lord said about Christ. Remember he got baptized? He said, this is my what? This is my beloved son, in whom I well please. Read on.
If he commit iniquity.
Did Solomon commit iniquity, Haim?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Read.
I will chasten him with the rod of men.
Did God chastise him with this rod of men?
No.
No, he did not. Go ahead.
And with the stripes of the children of men.
Was Solomon whipped with the stripes of men?
No.
Was Christ chastised?
Yes, he was.
Was he whipped with the stripes of men?
Yes.
You got to see the correlation in there. What he's talking about, Solomon, was not fulfilled until Christ came.
Understood.
That's what he's saying. Go ahead.
Hold it. Keep the microphone. Isaac, give me the book of Hebrews, chapter 1 and 5. This to further seal it up. Hebrews 1 and 5, and hold at Samuel's. Just in case all of the cobwebs didn't get cleared up. We're going to clear them up now.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 1 and verse 5. For unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son?
That wasn't said to none of the angels. That was only said to Christ. You with me so far? Come on.
This day have I begotten thee.
That's what the elder spoke about before after he was baptized. You're with me? Come on.
And again, I will.
And what?
And again.
And what?
Again.
And what?
Again. I will be to him a father.
He said, and again I will be to him a father. Why is it saying again there?
Because he used to come back.
Because it was said in Samuel's. Go back to Samuel's. Because it was said the first time through the prophet Nathan.
2 Samuel, chapter 7 and verse 14. I will be his father.
That's when it was said the first time. It was told to David in secret. You got that?
Now we know that's kind of hard for some of y'all. We're going to take it easy. Last script. Yes, get a lie.
I just had a question. I just want to understand. So because Solomon created iniquity in his lifetime, he later then got whipped as Christ.
Exactly. Okay. That's when Christ took on all the transgressions of Israel. Okay. Last scripture, Revelation 20 and 11. This is what I was saying earlier. Some of y'all wondering about babies that die and all that. They've been here before. Here's the proof. Where actually we already proved it when it said there's nothing new under the sun.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 11. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away.
You know what that means? This is when the Most High God comes on the scene. It says, before whom the earth and the heaven fled away. Meaning when the Most High comes on the scene, nobody got nothing to say. You got many black men and black women especially think when the Lord come, they're going to argue him down. It says the earth and the heaven flee away from him. You have nothing to say. If you try, you dead. Go ahead.
And there was found no place for them.
And that's the proof. There was found no place for the heavens or the earth before him. Read.
And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God.
That means everyone. Read.
And the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life.
What is the book that we're going to be judged out of? The book of life is the Bible. You're not going to be judged on things that is not written. You're going to be judged on what the Most High said. Everyone, go ahead.
And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books.
So now I want to back up because it said there were two books. One book, you got to realize everybody in here, your life is recorded. Your life is written down. Guess what? I'm going to say this. Listen good what I'm about to say. From the time of Adam all the way up to now. Everything you've done, what you've thought, what you've participated in is recorded. And it's going to be compared to this. Read it again.
Verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God. And the books were opened. And another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books.
See that? Plural, books. Go ahead.
According to their works.
According to your works. Go ahead.
And the sea gave up the dead which were in it.
You got some people that say, bury me at sea. That don't mean nothing. Your body, you coming back. Go ahead.
And death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them.
Y'all see that? And death and hell delivered up the dead that were in them. Go ahead.
And they were judged, every man according to their works.
See, it says every man, meaning everybody that ever lived, existed, is going to stand before the Lord. Y'all, somebody's going to say something?
Just going to kind of go along with what you was reading. When it says, and the books were opened, the angels are the ones that keep these books on you.
Right.
Okay, so it's a courtroom going on with the Most High in that judgment.
Mm-hmm.
When the Most High opens up the Bible, because that's the book of life that he's going to judge you with, the angels bring forth the books that are recorded on all of us. Proverbs 15 and 3. Proverbs 15 and 3. This is how these books are created.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place.
Meaning that they're everywhere. Regardless of where you think you're going to hide, you ain't hiding nothing. The Most High said that the eyes of the Lord are in every place.
That's the angels.
That's the angels. Go ahead.
Beholding the evil and the good.
So are they just going to look at the evil and the good? Are they just going to look at it? No, they're going to write it down.
That's why Negroes go, when I do my sin, let me cut the lights off.
No, this is written down. Most High got them written. And so when the Most High called for there's a courtroom. The Most High called for the court officers. He called for the person to be judged. Bring the books forward. And they bring them books. Then he compares what he opens them books up. Then he opens another book, which is the book of life. And he says, the law says don't do this and don't do that. And then he look at what you did. Did you repent of it? No. The judgment is blindness. Like we read in St. John 9. That's the question that the disciples were asking. Did this man mess up in God's courtroom and he came back blind? That was the question. Christ didn't look at them and say they were ignorant and stupid and bugged out or smoked Molly. He didn't say that. He said that he told them that was not the particular situation in this one. Y'all all right? All right, go ahead.
Now y'all go home and ponder on all that we've read today. Attention, attention. America is on the brink of destruction. America, according to the Holy Bible, is called Babylon the Great. America has spent billions of dollars to keep something secret from you. But I'm here to let you know, to all you black men and Latino men, you're not blacks and you're not Latinos. You make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, conquered and destroyed between 1492 and 1620, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28, according to the King James Holy Bible 1611. Conquered, destroyed, renamed, reclassified. According to 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 40 to 45, you are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Those are your forefathers. Those are your ancestors. Wake up. Christianity has conquered and destroyed our people, brainwashed us, set up and based upon lies. The deliverer is Jesus the Christ, the Black Messiah. Revelation chapter 1, verse 14.